Huge news from Carnival Cruise Line today as they announce concrete plans to restart cruising in North American ports in July. Let's talk about it right now on Island Time. Welcome to Island Time. Let's take a few minutes right here to enjoy the islands and enjoy our cruise ship. Big news from Carnival Cruise Lines, and it looks like for the first time in 1 year and 2 months that cruise ships are going to board passengers and leave from North American ports. First off, if your cruise was canceled today because you were not one of the 4 ships that plans to sail, I'm very sorry, and I hope that you can find a cruise in July that you can attend and you can enjoy. Let's get to the news, okay? Here's the big news. For the first time in 1 year and 2 months, cruise lines, Carnival today, Carnival Cruise Line, and the CDC have agreed that it's safe to sail again. They've agreed on conditions and protocols to sail again. While we don't know all of the protocols, we do know that a deal has been worked out with Carnival Cruise Lines and the 3rd July cruises are ready to go. Here is the ships that will be cruising. The Carnival Vista from Galveston, Texas. We saw Carnival Vista come into Galveston, Texas the weekend before last. There was a lot of fanfare, a lot of celebration around her. She will begin cruising July 3rd. Matter of fact, she will be the first ship to leave a North American port in over a year, the Carnival Vista. We will be on the Carnival Vista July the 24th. The Carnival Horizon, who leaves out of Miami, it's a sister ship of the Vista, just a couple of years newer, but a sister ship will be leaving out of Miami, and there's still some unanswered questions there as the Horizon alternates 6-day and 8-day cruises, okay? Currently, the CDC said no cruise can be over 7 days. So we're going to see what happens with these 6 and 8-day itineraries. They may balance them out to make them all 7-day itineraries if they can't get an agreement with the CDC to let 8-day cruises stand as is. The Carnival Breeze, who's been out of Galveston for a long time, will continue to sail out of Galveston July the 15th. Okay, that's the mid-July date that a lot of us anticipated. And finally, this one is maybe an asterisk here by this one. The Carnival Miracle, who usually goes out of California, is going to head up to Seattle and hopefully have an Alaskan cruise season. But there's a lot to work through there because as we leave out of Alaska, there is no such thing as a cruise to nowhere. You have to stop at an international port. And so I know that cruise lines and government leaders are trying to make sure that that cruising happens for Alaska in the late summer and fall, but we will see here if the Carnival Miracle is able to cruise out of Alaska. And she's going to take the Carnival Freedom's place. The Carnival Freedom was supposed to host these itineraries, and that's not the case anymore, as the Carnival Miracle will now sail out of Seattle. And again, there is an asterisk with that one, okay? Now, what does this mean for us, okay? And will these sailings happen? This is a huge announcement from Carnival Cruise Lines. It really is. Final payments for July cruises are due at the end of May. And I think they wanted to get this information out there for people to decide whether or not they want to go in July, okay? I really think that they would not have made this announcement if they did not intend for these cruises to sail. Carnival Cruise Lines fully intends for these cruises to sail out of United States ports in July. There were some surprises though. The CDC, whenever they had the football and they punted it over to the cruise lines, they said that cruising could take place as early as mid-July. Okay, we see that's the case with the Carnival Miracle starting July 27th. We see that's the case with the Carnival Breeze starting July 15th. But you see the Carnival Horizon and the Carnival Vista both leaving the first week of July. A lot of people were surprised about it. And if you were on that cruise, you were ecstatic that you were included. Will those sailings sail in early July? I've already been asked several times today, will they cancel those? Are those just wishful thinking? I don't think so. I think those sailings will sail. I think they came to an agreement with the CDC and they let the July 3rd cruise happen on the Vista, the July 4th cruise, Independence Day happen on the Carnival Horizon. I don't think there's guessing game there. I think that is an agreement that has been discussed with the CDC and Carnival Cruise Lines, and they expect those sailings to sell. Okay? Now here's the big question. Huge question is, what will cruises look like when they start to leave July 3rd on the Carnival Vista? That was not announced today. I really think that the cruise lines, Carnival Cruise Line, in this situation, I think they kind of know what it's going to look like, but they did not announce those protocols today. Okay? One thing I can almost guarantee, of all these 4 ships, possibly 4 ships, I think you will have to be a vaccinated cruiser in order to board July sailings. Why do I say that? There's simply not enough time to crew the ships, to train in protocols, and this is after they quarantine, and there's a whole list of things that the crew has to do once they get on board. But there's not enough room to get the crew here, to get them vaccinated after their quarantine, and then to teach the protocols, and then to do test sailings. And we know that you only have to do 1 test sailing, but I don't think there's enough time to go that route. I really think that Carnival will use these 4 ships as vaccinated cruises, okay? That would not make everyone happy. They realize that, I know that, but as John Hill, brand ambassador, said today, if you want to cruise, if you want to have a cruise vacation in the month of July, you have an option. The option that you're going to have is to sail on one of these 4 ships as a vaccinated passenger, okay? Now, the CDC released protocols about 7 to 10 days ago of what cruising will look like for both test and vaccinated cruises, okay? They were not favorable for people who are vaccinated, and they were not favorable for a reality of cruising, okay? Wearing mask inside, wearing mask outside by the pool, social distancing in the loungers, and the people in the pool. Carnival and the CDC, they're still working through those protocols, I can promise you, okay? But they have enough of an understanding and a framework that they feel confident that they can sell in July, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So it's an exciting time to cruise. We got the news that we wanted, most of us wanted, but cruising is still going to look different, okay? There's been no mention of capacity restrictions, even though there will be, but what will that number be? If you're a cruiser, you know that it's hard to even imagine a ship sailing half full, but how cool would that be to sail with a ship half full? Will it be 60% full? I don't think it'll be more than 60, but I can see it being from 40 to 60, and I could probably see it being spot on at 50% capacity, okay? Now, ports of call have been a big question, okay, because there's some Caribbean islands, like Grand Cayman, for example, that say, hey, cruise ships are not welcome here yet, okay? If you're cruising in July, fully expect that your itinerary could change, okay? I know that some of us sail for the ports of call. You enjoy where the ship goes. You enjoy an excursion or a beach that you want to visit, and you expect that on your trip. But understand that these ports of call may change. You'll know where you're going before time, but it may be different than what's scheduled right now, okay? At the end of the day, I mentioned this Sunday, remember why you cruise, okay? Why you cruise. Will cruising look the same? No, but you cruise to have fun. You cruise to spend time with your spouse and your family. You cruise to laugh together. You cruise to people watch. And you will be able to do all those things on a cruise in July, okay? What you look like while you do it, it's not determined yet, but you can still have the same fun that you've always had in July, okay? There's so much more news coming in the days ahead. We're going to stay on top of it all that we can, but the great news today is if you want to cruise in July, the CDC and cruise lines have agreed that it can happen and it will happen. We're back. Thank you for spending a few minutes on Island Time. Please consider subscribing if you want the latest news and insight to what the news means, okay? That's all the time we have right now. Leave a comment, like the page, let me know what questions you have. We'll talk to you soon. Till next time on Island Time.